Ever wanted to do a quick background check, maybe check on the status of a local court case, or even dig into your own family's history, only to hit a massive, frustrating paywall? Yeah, we've all been there, right? You find a link online that looks perfect, you click it, and suddenly some random third-party website wants your credit card just to show you public information. Well, scratch that. The truth is, this data, it's actually yours for the taking. You literally just need to know which digital doors to open. Okay, let's dive into this, because once you master the skill of finding these public records, it kind of turns you into an empowered digital investigator. When you know how to work the official systems, the benefits are huge and immediate. You can run free background checks to vet a new employee or a tenant, you can verify legal statuses, track local court cases in real time, and you can even do some really deep genealogy research using historical probate documents. It is an absolutely crucial skill, and the best part, it doesn't cost a dime. Welcome to this explainer on how to search Anne Arundel County court records online for free. Today, we are completely bypassing those shady third-party paywalls and going straight to the official sources. I'm going to guide you through the exact tools, databases, and a few insider techniques you'll need to confidently navigate Maryland's digital court systems. Here is the roadmap for our explainer. We'll start with an overview of court records, move into accessing the website, cover how to conduct a basic search, dive into some advanced search techniques, and then wrap up with some really important legal and privacy considerations. Section 1. Overview of Anne Arundel County court records. Before we just start typing random names into a search bar, we really have to know exactly what we're looking for and where it lives. And this brilliantly illustrates how the Anne Arundel County court system is split up, which is mostly based on the severity of the case. So the district court, which has locations in Annapolis and Glen Burnie, handles the less serious stuff. We're talking misdemeanors, landlord-tenant disputes, traffic tickets, and civil cases under $5,000. But if you're dealing with major civil cases, like over 30 grand, or serious felonies, family law like divorces, or anything needing a jury trial, that's the circuit court in Annapolis. And finally, if you're doing genealogy research or checking on estate settlements and wills, you'll need the orphans court, because they handle all the probate proceedings. Section 2. Accessing the Anne Arundel County Court website. Now that we know which court actually has our files, let's go find the main online portal. Your main hub for all of this is the Maryland Judiciary Case Search Portal. Honestly, the best way to think about this portal is like an old-school library card catalog. It is fantastic for giving you the summary. It'll tell you who the parties are, the case number, filing dates, and the final ruling. But, and this is key, if you want the whole book, meaning the actual downloaded motions or full transcripts, you will eventually have to visit a courthouse kiosk in person or register for the state's electronic filing system called MDEC. But for right now, this search portal is our crucial first step. Getting into the portal is a very specific sequence. First, just navigate to casesearch.courts.state.md.us. Right away, you're going to get hit with a legal disclaimer page. You absolutely must accept these terms and hit I agree to get through the digital front door. Basically, you're just acknowledging that the database is for informational purposes and there might be some administrative delays. Once you hit agree, the whole thing opens up and you can pick your search parameters. Section 3. Conducting a basic search. Okay. We're inside. Let's run a basic search. You essentially have two main roads here. Searching by the case number is, for sure, the fastest and most direct route. Quick pro tip, leave out any dashes. Just type the numbers. And if you're looking up a traffic citation specifically, you can actually skip all those leading zeros entirely. Just type in the rightmost 7 digits. Now, if you don't have a case number, you'll have to search by the party's name. But listen, the system defaults to strict, exact name matching. This trips so many people up. If you type in Smith, it is absolutely not going to show you results for Smithson or Smithfield. It has to be an exact match. And here is a super vital number you need to remember: 500. If you type in a really common name, say John Smith, the system is probably pulling up thousands of cases, but the portal will actually just stop processing and throw an error message if your search yields more than 500 records. It just caps out, which means the specific target you want might not even be in that initial batch. To fix this, you've got to narrow your search parameters. Section 4. Advanced Search Techniques and Tips. Let's move to and see how this builds when that basic search just isn't cutting it. Now, what's really interesting about this is the percentage symbol. This is the ultimate insider hack. Back in December 2021, the system updated. Now, if you want to do a partial name search, you have to use a percentage symbol as a wildcard. But there is a strict rule. You have to put it after at least the first letter of the last name. You can't just toss a percentage sign at the beginning or in the middle of a word. So if you aren't totally sure how to spell a long, complicated last name, just type the first few letters that you know are right, hit the percentage key, and let the system do the heavy lifting for you. When you combine that wildcard trick with the advanced filters, you basically become a master researcher. To get around that annoying 500 record limit, start layering these filters. Pick Anne Arundel County specifically, so you aren't getting flooded with records from Baltimore or Montgomery County. Filter by the court type, or choose whether you're looking for civil, criminal, or traffic. And if you know roughly when the event happened, punching in a filing date range is absolutely the quickest way to whittle those results down from 500 to the exact single case you need. But look, sometimes technology just doesn't cooperate, right? If you're running into technical issues or having trouble logging into specialized state portals, there is help. The Judicial Information Systems, or JIS, Customer Service Help Desk is available to you. They operate on weekdays from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and you can call them at 410-260-1114. It is a fantastic resource to just keep in your back pocket. Section 5, Legal and Privacy Considerations. We really need to transition into a highly critical segment about why some records might be completely invisible online. One of the biggest reasons a case just won't show up at all is expungement. Under Maryland law, expungement is the formal removal of a court or police record from public inspection. If a criminal charge was completely dismissed, or the person was acquitted, or if the state entered a noli prosequi, which basically means they chose not to prosecute, that individual can petition the court to have the record expunged. If granted, that record is effectively erased from the public portal. It's like it literally never happened. And official guidance from the Department of Legislative Services clearly validates this. Maryland law actively protects personal privacy. Depending on how a case wraps up, individuals have a few different legal avenues to limit access to their records through mechanisms like shielding, sealing, and expungement. So, if your search comes up completely empty, it doesn't automatically mean that person has never seen the inside of a courtroom. It might just mean their records were legally protected or expunged. You also got to remember that beyond expungement, some types of cases are just categorically restricted right from the jump. Juvenile files, adoption proceedings, and guardianship records are strictly confidential. They are never open to the general public, even if you search perfectly. The same goes for domestic violence cases. Really sensitive info, like the identity of the victim or specific home addresses, is heavily protected and completely shielded from the online database. So the crucial point is this mandatory disclaimer. While this explainer provides detailed guidance on accessing public records, it does not constitute legal advice. Government procedures, rules around expungement, and website interfaces definitely change over time. As a responsible researcher, you should always verify that you're referencing the most current information and consult a real legal professional if you need actual legal counsel regarding a specific case. And just as a final wrap-up reminder, the online case search portal is essentially just the index. It gives you the dates, the charges, and the final outcomes. But if you actually need to read the full original court documents, you're going to have to plan a physical trip to a courthouse kiosk in Anne Arundel County. Or if you are legally an authorized party to a specific case, you can register for access through the state's MDC portal. We've bypassed the paywalls, we've broken down the court structures, and we've unlocked the advanced search tactics. You literally have the tools of a digital investigator right at your fingertips now. The portal is officially open and waiting. So the only question left is, who will you look up first? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy researching.